Hot 97. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. So let's talk about how you have a bazillion things going on.
Yes.
So the album, The People I Used to Know.
Yes. That's my 4th album. It is. I've never put this many songs on an album. Okay. I wanted to like kind of clear my vote and clear my head. So it's called Kimberly, The People I Used to Know, and it's dedicated to the people who I used to know.
Have any of them hit you up asking if they're going to be sang about or talked about on the album?
Absolutely. It's like a hit dog or holler. One in particular, reached out, and he reached out like he was kind of concerned about me, but he really just wanted to know if the album or anything on the album was about him.
Is there anything?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like this. Your life is a story. It's lessons that you learn. You're going to keep on relearning them if you don't learn them.
Yep.
Everybody that comes in your life is there for something. You might not want them to leave. You might not want them to stay. But when they're there, there's a purpose for it.
Yes.
So for me, I wanted an album title that everybody could relate to, because it's somebody that you used to know. Absolutely. However you feel about them, if you feel good, if you feel bad, you used to know them. Right. Yeah.
When you're going into the studio and you're pouring your life experiences onto songs, are there anything, are there any things off limit?
No.
So it's got to be therapeutic and also emotional and painful.
But you're handing it over. You're handing it over to other people to take care of your child.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So some stuff you do and you record it is so personal that I end up like keeping it. Because it's my personal story and you don't know the dialogue around it. Or how it will be presented or how things will be taken. Sometimes you get in there and you just sing it away.
Now you have the song with Chris Brown, Either Way.
Yeah.
What is this about?
Chris Brown is one of my favorites ever. And he's a legend. And I always try to work with the musical artist, the real musical artist.
Right.
So I sent over the record. He sent it back the next day. And it's just a fun club record. I do a lot of ballads and singing.
Right.
Things like that. This is my first record, and I wrote the record in like 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, I really did. I got in there and was just jamming, had some edibles, feeling good, and just started jamming. And then he got on it, and then Yo Gotti, he's a long-term friend of mine since forever. One of the first people to try to sign me, him, and then OT Genesis hopped on, and I haven't worked with him before. Oh my gosh. So that's what's out now. And they have 2 songs out. They have a song called Make This Song Cry. Yeah. And I was really into it with the guy I was dating now. And
you guys are engaged, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And the guy I was into now, I call him my husband anyway. I call him my husband. We've been knowing each other going on 19 years.
Oh my God. So wait, in the 19 years, did you ever think this would happen? Or did it just happen? Or were you like, oh, maybe, but not really, I'm not tripping?
I didn't think about it. I really didn't think about it. I just thought that this was my friend. And so now we're so close, we say, okay, we're going to go elope. We're going to go do it. It's fine. But we're so close. It's kind of like, okay, let's do this week. Let's figure it out. We want to have a big wedding. But he still makes me mad. I hate when people get in relationships and act like that they're super perfect and the person is super perfect. No, I still sing about life. Right. And Make This Song Cry was saying to him, don't start taking advantage of me because I'm not the one for you to do that with.
But I think that's the way to have a healthy relationship. We just got to keep it 100 with each other. Look, if you do something wrong, I'm going to call you out on it.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I think a lot of times people stay in relationships because of the look and the perception of how they're going to look to the world. But if you're not happy, it doesn't really matter at that point. You're miserable. You're literally being trapped
to uphold something
that's not real.
Yeah, I don't want to live like that. That's not how I want to live. Yeah, I have to be honest in mind. We have issues. We're human. Yep. And I sing about those issues, and I try to work through them because I do love them, and there is a special connection when somebody's been your friend since you were in high school.
Oh my gosh. Well, who made the first move to make this official?
He did. He's liked me since then.
Really?
And I've always had a boyfriend or something, and finally I was just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Am I being dumb? Is what I need right in my face? And then I saw.
And then it was just, that's what it was.
Yep.
You are so happy right now.
I am.
This is good. This is a great space to be in. And also, you found a surrogate as well.
Yes, we found a surrogate. Now, we had the eggs removed and everything like that. I was worried about that because they said I had a low follicle count, just things like that. And for me to be so young and not do drugs and all of this, they said a lot of women, younger women, are having this situation, especially African American women, and they don't even know it. So it was something for me that I wanted to start making people aware of. If you're planning on having kids, pay attention to your body. Make sure you check that. So we were able to get like 2 embryos. We combined the eggs and everything, which is great.
Right.
And they grew at a great size. And now we have those freezing, which sounds so crazy. We have those freezing, and I have one more round in January of IVF.
What's that process like?
A girl.
Really? I have no idea. So
Every
I'm learning.
day at the same time, I take 3 shots in my stomach. And then, you know, when he's not around, I take them myself. I just shoot myself in the stomach every single day, no matter where you're at. We did it at a Chris Stapleton concert. It was so crazy. I was sitting down in a Chris Stapleton concert, like poking myself in the stomach. You know, like these people are going to think I'm crazy. Yeah. But it has to be, even if you're on a plane, you have to travel with these chemicals and travel letters. It's really a lot, but it's nothing in comparison to starting a family. You know, I have a son, and it's time for me to start a family. I want some little girls. So through this process, I can pick. They told me that actually I looked really good to carry.
Oh
so
my
I'm
gosh.
just trying to make the decision. Am I going to use this surrogate, or am I going to put myself through this?
Now, the lupus scare does affect you. And which is, I think sometimes people don't understand that the reason you have been looking at other options is because lupus does affect you.
It does.
Carrying babies, correct?
And like what I tweeted to everybody, I was like, I'm so relieved. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get that part. I was like, I had a lupus scare. Like, I got a positive test of lupus. I have these massive headaches, and Ebro's been knowing me. He gets on me about them for years. These massive headaches, and then they turn into all of these body aches. And my whole family like has something wrong where I had an aunt pass of rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh my gosh.
They tested me for rheumatoid. It came back that I had lupus. So then I had to go to a lupus specialist, and the lupus specialist ran all the panels and said, okay, it came back negative. You're fine. We're going to keep up with the blood to figure it out. So it's a very frustrating type of thing to not be able to do what it is you want to do, because you don't have a clue. They're maintaining and managing headaches, body aches, but it's in my family. My son just went to the hospital this year for the same migraines. So it's, you know, it's a lot, and then having to take medicine for it, and when you're carrying, you can't do that.
Got it.
So I have some really big decisions to try and figure out, like, okay, they say you're okay. You still have to take your pain medicines and medication. You cannot take these medicines when you are carrying. Yeah. You know? So that's something I have to make a decision. But, you know, am I willing to lose that bond? I don't know.
But are you really? I mean, look, I know physically it seems like you're not losing it. And I just by what I've read, I feel that you still have a connection. And
yeah.
I think because it's such new technology, especially for us women. We're just so... That's very advanced. Like,
you can pick everything. They can now keep your children from having up to 400 different diseases.
Really?
They can take the embryo. They can check it. They'll tell me. Once they combine and I have all of these embryos, we have 2. Once I have more, they can tell me this is a girl, this is a boy before implanting. This is a girl, this is a boy. This egg is a bad egg. This egg has Down syndrome. This egg has this. They can tell you all of that through genetic editing now. That's how advanced we are.
Wow. So
400 diseases.
So did you go in and say, hey, I want to have my genetics tested before you got pregnant?
They will do it anyway. Yeah, when you go in to have your eggs removed, and I was already in the midst of health issues, so I had blood work for days. I was being poked on, felt like for days at a time. So I had that, and then we said, let's go check this, because you do want to have kids. So I was checking them all at the same time, and for real, 3-4 months, I was really in and out doctors and blood work and everything, and I just have had a up and down. I don't need first, you don't know if you're dying. You don't know what they're going to tell you. Then you don't know if you can have kids. So within all of these months, I've had to deal with all of those issues, you know, and a album.
I was gonna say, do we hear this on the album?
Yeah, you hear a lot of confusion. You hear like a lot of why God. You hear a lot of questions and a lot of like, why did you do that to me?
Yeah.
Why have I had to go through this? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of questioning, but I think that's human. If you can't honestly say you haven't questioned some things that have happened in your life and ask why did you have to go through that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You eventually find out. But I'm in a stage of asking why. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And I mean, you're getting answers.
Yeah.
And it's now it all makes sense. Because I was reading up about everything that you're going through. I'm like, well, why is she getting a surrogate? Oh, because of the lupus scare. And I think sometimes people are so quick to judge and not really hear everything. And at the end of the day, you're a woman, a young woman, you're human, you have feelings, you have emotions, you want to have a family. And I think also with the profession you do, I think it's very easy to be judgmental, right? And I think when people look at your career, they assume TV, but it's like you were singing before you went and did Love and Hip Hop. Do you feel that you still have to deal with those perceptions of, well, I know K. Michelle from Love and Hip Hop.
I do.
And not your music? I don't know. I feel like you've done a really good job with music, though. I think people know that you got bars, right? But,
yeah.
But do you feel that perception-wise?
Yeah, I feel like perception wise, you're always gonna have to live down somebody's perception of you, and a lot of times their perception of you actually has nothing to do with you, but how they perceive who they are.
Talk about it, right?
You know, so I've had my moments where I've been so hateful or in hate of Love and Hip Hop, but it's all at the same time being grateful of it because it helped me.
Exactly.
Like it was like this turmoil because so many people were telling me no, or that's bad, that's that. You know, now I don't find myself fighting down any perceptions because artist wise, I know that I've always put out a great body of work.
Yes.
And people can't take that from me. And I've taken a lot of time. It's not just something thrown together. Right. My visuals and concepts are always really hit home, and I take a lot of time in that.
Yeah.
So I'm really more than anything proving to myself at this point where I want to take this. You're at album 4. You know, you're almost out your deal now. Like, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I love country. Like, you know, I paid for college through yodeling.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people know that. I paid for college through yodeling. I just met with Chris Stapleton and, you know, sat down with him and really talked about the country thing and everything like that because it's something I grew up on. The first tape I ever got was the Judds.
Really?
Yeah. So this is something I paid for school through it.
Yeah.
And I went to a HBCU, but I was yodeling.
Yeah.
And paid for school.
And do you get worried because as a Black artist in country music that, you know, that audience, you don't do it for anybody but whoever wants to love your music. Sure, as an artist, we understand it, but do you get concerned that the politics might get in the way? Because it's obvious there's politics and we can act like race isn't an issue, but we know race, especially right now in our country, is so it's a racial climate that we're in. Do you get concerned because of that it's going to affect you being able to pursue music in the country world?
Yeah, I've been having to deal with it for a long time.
Really?
Every time I say that I'm going to put it out, I'm told no, or we can't. Where is that going to play? You can't do country. And it's all because of the color of my skin. And I'm not naive in that. But my thing is, I know that the things are important, take a lot of work.
Right.
And I've never been shy. Like, I'm not one of those artists or somebody that feel like entitled to anything. You know what I'm saying? I always fight for everything I got and everything I have to get. So that's nothing new.
So now it's like, now you want to prove a point.
Yeah. I want to do something that is meaningful.
Yeah.
You know, I want to, there's only been 3 African Americans that ever have #1s in country music, and they were men. You know, we have like Mickey Guyton there, but we really don't have right now, or period, have had a African American country singer, female, to chart or do anything.
Sad. When you hear
that's
that,
crazy to me.
When you hear that, like taking that in from you right now, it's sad.
It's real bad, and it's like, why? And it's obvious. It's just like the elephant in the room that's not discussed.
Right.
But, you know, country music started out with us, and it's about soul.
Yeah.
It's a lot like R&B.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I am from Tennessee. We do have a twang. We do have a way about us, and a way we say things, and a way we write. And that's just a natural thing. I think being a country artist is about being country.
Yeah.
And really being in that, you know, thing. And that's me. I've been in that all my life. Like,
yeah, do it.
I am.
I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see people upset because they're racist.
They're gonna be so mad, honey. I'm gonna come talk to you because they're gonna be so mad.
I love it.
Yes.
Other than country music and a country album, what other goals you have when it comes to music? Anyone that you really want to work with, if you would say your top 3 that you haven't had a chance to get in the studio with, but along this journey that you hope that you're able to work with them?
I love Pink.
I love Pink.
I think she's just amazing, and she's who she is.
Yes.
Music for me, like, you know, is I just want to do it when I want to, not because I have to. Like with my restaurant and, you know, my Jack endorsement, I have my drink that's in all the stores, and that was big for me. I'm able to, you know, have income come in, and that for me, the more income, the more I can make the music that's in me and not the music that I have to make.
Right.
So I want the freedom in music again. I want to keep on winning, keep on grinding and working so that I have all the freedom I need in order to be the artist I feel like I can be, because I don't want to listen to all of this. And when you can call the shots, you can call them. And that's what I'm trying to do. Speaking
of restaurants, you were talking about opening up your second one.
Yes, I have a restaurant. The restaurant it's called Puff and Pedals. I have my second restaurant. Just got a location.
Oh my gosh,
the food is amazing. I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
I love food. Just like music, I love food. So we have childhood favorites like Sloppy Joe's. We have our lamb chop. We have all of our creative drinks and things like that. We're like a novelty restaurant. We're very much edgy, and a lot of the things you can find in different places, you can get it from Puff and Pedals. So that's my biggest goal too. I want to really franchise this restaurant.
Wow.
And really keep it moving. I want to have it here and everywhere.
And you've been doing business for a long time. This isn't brand new for you.
Yes.
Are you exhausted at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need a break.
Yeah.
I really do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when I try to sit down, I'm thinking about new babies.
Yep.
You still got a son that's not in college yet.
Yeah.
Every time I think I'm about to sit down, I'm like, oh, no. So I have a fear that I need to work on, a fear of enjoying what I work for.
Wow.
So I need to figure out how to not feel guilty about taking a break.
What do you think it is? Where do you think that feeling comes from?
Just fear, seeing how the business moves,
Yeah.
seeing how people can go from having a lot of money to none,
Yeah.
how people can go from this to that. People are very fickle,
Yeah.
and when your job is based upon people, you never have job security. You know, so that's where that fear comes from. I never want to not be able to take care of my son again. So I got to keep working until he's all good.
Yep.
So
I think it's so good for people to hear that and understand that job security isn't promised for anyone in our field or really anybody.
Yeah.
And I think those emotions people don't understand because they see you as a superstar, you out here. But it's like, no, we have the same concerns. There's bills, family, life, and so much more that goes behind this that people don't see. They get the final product is your music.
Yeah.
They get the final product, the pictures, but they don't realize the back end, how much upkeep that takes. It's a lot.
It's a whole lot. And it's like, it's almost more pressure because you're doing it in front of the world.
Yes.
So my biggest thing, I never came in here and said I want to be the most famous person walking. That's never been me. I've always said, I just want my people good, and I want to be able to travel, do nice things, and just live a life. Live a life without struggle. That's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what I've been working, and I've been able to do that. And I'm proud of myself.
You're
but
on
I have
your
a
way.
long way to go.
Long way, but you're on your way.
Yes.
For sure. Do you ever plan on doing your own reality show again?
Ooh. I've been talking to somebody, working on some things. I am returning to TV. I can't say what, in January.
Oh, great. Okay, so this is coming up. Okay. Yeah.
So I will be back to TV. Just kind of, you know, talking, helping out with some things and things like that. It's going to be entertaining and cool.
After your experiences before, do you feel, one, you probably know the ropes way more now, how to deal with certain things. Are you more comfortable with cameras always around you? or is it still, it's still intrusive?
I ignore it.
Really?
Now I don't even feel them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, it is what it is. They're gonna, if I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say it. Even if I don't say it, they're gonna say I said it. It's just like, whatever. Let's just live life, you know?
And you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay for now.
For now. Because you know what? I'm curious how you're gonna be after the babies come.
Yeah.
I'm very curious.
I'm so excited about that. You know, like, it's really important to me. I miss so much of my son's life going through this life, you know? And he's getting older, and I'm happy I get to see, you know, these years with him and everything, how he's growing. And I love I love his demeanor towards other people. He's very respectable. And I just can't wait to, you know, raise some little mini me's, some little girls.
Yeah. And they're twins, correct?
Yeah, I want twins. Okay. I want twin girls.
Oh my gosh. You are ready. You want it all.
Yes, I bought their names and URLs and everything.
This is so great. I love it. Whatever happened with your relationship or your friendship with your friend Melissa that was on the show? And I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but it was on on your last show that you had, and I think you were talking about love can blur the lines and things can cross waves.
What's her name?
It was
Melisha. That was a girl I dated like years ago. She moved to Atlanta, and I hadn't seen her in a while. And you know, she's hilarious. She was cool. I really tried to help, but no, we're not friends, but we're not enemies either. Like, I don't really think about her like that. I wish her well. I wanted to do good.
All right, Janet from Atlanta. She was like, can you ask? Okay. Well, that is your answer. Okay. Anything else that you feel, in your own words, that if there's one misconception about K. Michelle that you wish people understood or had a bit more of empathy towards, what would it be?
I'm human. Like, I can have an opinion without being bitter or angry. I've been a very strong person and very opinionated in beliefs. And we're supposed to be able to speak our beliefs, and that's how I feel. And I think that is a misconception that I am beefing or I'm angry or no. I speak on what it is. I keep it 100. I have thoughts. I have feelings. I have a heart. I have hurt. I have happy days. I have everything that you have. You know, just because you see me as strong, it doesn't mean that I'm strong enough to take your abuse every day.
And you know what? I think when it comes to women, anytime we're passionate, they confuse passion with, oh, she's a bitch, she's aggressive, she's this. But it's like, no, I just have passion. I care.
Yes, I care. I really do care.
And I think that's a lot of times where it comes from, why you care about your art, your family, and you are so protective. I think someone, I saw this tweet and I thought it was funny. Someone said, you're the realest chick. And you're like, you know, you can't say a lot of things. You hold back a lot. Do you feel that growth has increased where you just, all right, I'm going to let this go today?
Yeah, I do. I let a lot of stuff go. Oh, if you only understood. Like, I've been able to talk a lot now, speak on how I feel, but I've been letting a lot of stuff go because now it's like, girl, you can't do that.
You can't.
You can't, or you can't, whatever. And sometimes it can be so much that you don't even get to be yourself. But the battles, you just got to pick the battles. And I'm doing better with picking my battles. A lot of people not even worth that bullshit.
Yeah. Is there a time giving advice to other people who have to deal with the comments or they get worked up about it? I try to tell them, try to disconnect. Try to put your phone down. Have you done anything to help you not deal with it?
I have disconnected. I'm not like on social media as much as I used to be. I spend a lot of time on Pinterest.
Well, because the restaurant and you're creating and you're designing.
I don't sit on there like that. You know, if I pop in and then I post something, if I go to the comments, if I see something, a lot of times if I say something, if I clap back, it's because it's not a bad day.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy. I'm just laughing at myself, clapping back, you know. But I don't surf those comments like I used to because I know what they're for. And they're for to tear you down. They're for entertainment. You're somebody's target because they're having a bad day.
Yes.
So I try to not even take that shit personal.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this strength because, one, we've seen you grow, right? And that's not the easiest thing when you are being watched by cameras and everyone sees your every move.
Yeah.
And the ups and downs, this and that. But to see the growth right now is really good. And especially as young women, we have to support this. We have to encourage this versus encouraging tearing down one another, right?
Me too, included. I think we all are responsible. I think I've had my moments where even if I was hurt, you know what I'm saying, I could have been kinder in my response.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it comes a point in time when you just really have to figure out, what are you going to do? Who are you going to be? And I feel like with all we got going on, we got enough hate, period.
Yes.
Then rather than hating about some dumb stuff, like, it's just not that serious right now. It's too much other stuff we got to worry about.
When you look at K. Michelle, obviously your career and your personal life, where do you want to see yourself in 10 years that you hope that you can achieve?
I want to have like restaurants everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to have attempted something that was important to me, a country EP. I want to have that. I want to have my daughters, my husband, my son. I want him in college. I just want to have I'm traditional, a very Southern traditional life, believe it or not. Yeah.
That just made us all like emo and just want to hug you. I'm so happy that people get to see you for who you are and the brand new album.
Thank you.
This is exciting. December 8th.
December 8th, I will be here.
Oh, great.
December 7th. I haven't did the Highland Ballroom in like 4 years, which is crazy. This is my 4th album. I'm going to do an album concert there. I love doing album concerts because it's like a party.
Yes.
With my supporters. So I'll be here in New York. I'll be back to New York finally December 7th, and I'm here to party.
Yes. K. Michelle, you have such a bright aura behind you. And I'm just...
Thank you. You do too. You really do.
I appreciate it. And I love coming across authentic souls that are just light in this world right now. So I appreciate you. And I can't wait.
So much.
Of course. Thank you so much. And the restaurant, good luck with everything.
All right. Make sure you come.
Yeah. Girl, come on. It's food. I'm there. Thank you so much.